Okay, good morning again. Welcome back. The last class we discussed about the exposed terminal, how the terminals are in the exposed terminal problem is that type of problem. If one receiver is free, but due to the problem, one transmitter cannot sending the signal to the receiver due to this exposed terminals problem. So today you are looking about the CSMSCA. Is a protocol, stands for Carrier Sense Multiple Access or Collision Avoidance. It is a network protocol for transmission. It operates in the medium access control layer, and this protocol is effective before the collision. This is the collision avoidance, that means how to avoid the collision. This protocol its work. So it is network protocol for transmission. It operates in the MAC layer, and this protocol is effective before the collision. Next, what is the algorithm of this CSMSCA algorithm? Look, when a frame is ready, the transmitting station checks whether the channel is idle or busy. Right? When suppose a frame is ready to transmit your data, that means before transmission, you should check whether your channel is idle or busy. That means you are free or busy. Second step, if the channel is busy, the station waits until the channel becomes idle. If channel is busy, then station waits until the channel becomes free. Next, if the channel is idle, now if the channel is free, the station waits for an interframe gap IFG amount of time and then sends the frame. Suppose your channel is now is free, but the station must wait the interframe gap because there is a gap, time gap between each frame. Right now, that amount of time you should wait, then sends the frame. That does not mean that if the channel is free, that means you suddenly start the sending the frames. No, if your channel is free, you must wait that gap, maintain the gap, IFG interframe gap, amount of time, and then sends the frame. Next, after sending the frame, it sets a timer. After sending a frame, it maintains a clock and set the timer within that clock. Next, the station when waits for acknowledgement from the receiver, if it receives the acknowledgement before expiry of timer, it makes a successful transmission. That means the concept is that there is a clock is ready, there is a timer is set for each frame. Suppose the acknowledgement against that frame is reached to the sender before the expiry of the timer, then that means it makes a successful transmission. If the time period is expired but there is problem to receive the acknowledgement, that means the sender thinks that your packet is lost in the transmitting path. Right? Next, otherwise it waits for a backup time period and restarts the algorithm. Suppose it waits for backup, that means there is a time is fixed for each frame. Then after that, there is some time is also there for the backup time, which is not the backup time. So within that backup time, if you are not receiving any type of acknowledgement, then the restarts the algorithm. That means you start the sending process again. So that is the CSMSCA algorithm. Next is another protocol, CSMSCD. It stands for Carrier Sense Multiple Access and Collision Detection. That is the collision avoidance. That means before your collision, you can try to avoid that of collision. But after, when suppose the collision is detected, collision will happen. Then what will happen? Now it is also a network protocol for transmission and operates in the medium access control layer. So in this protocol, each station sends the collision by broadcast sensing. In case of collision, the transmission is stopped and then send a jump signal and then wait for a random time context before retransmission. So these are the process. If the collision occurs, the transmission is stopped and they send a jump signal. Jump signal means the line is busy or the line there is a problem. That's why the data is not transmitted. So such signal is generated and then wait for a random time context before retransmission. So wait for random time period, right? And the time period, if then time context before the retransmission. plus it is a CSMA CD. Now what is the algorithm of CSMA CD algorithm? The algorithm of CSMA CD is that first thing, when a frame is ready and the transmitting station checks whether the channel is idle or busy. Suppose your frame is ready to transmit. Similarly, CSMA CA, the transmission station checks whether the channel is idle or busy. If the channel is busy, the station waits until the channel becomes idle. If the channel is busy, then the transmitter should wait until the channels becomes free. Next, if the channels becomes free, the station starts transmitting and continually monitors the channel to detect the collision. If your channel is now free, then the transmitting station starts transmitting and continually monitors to channel to detect collision. Next 4.1. If a collision is detected, the station starts the collision resolution algorithm. The station resets the retransmission counters and completes frame transmission. So if collision is detected, then the station starts the collision resolution algorithm. Right now, next is the algorithm of collision resolution. Now the station continues transmission of the current frame for a specified time along with a jump signal to ensure that all other stations detect collision. First thing is the station continues transmission of the current frame for a specified time along with a jump signal to ensure that all the other stations detect collision. Next, the station increments the retransmission counter. If the maximum number of retransmission attempts is reached, then the station offers transmission. Suppose there is a problem and one sender try to resend the data and which is crossed beyond the level. There is some limitation. That means up to which level you can try the retransmission. Suppose it crossed beyond the level, then the station abort the retransmission process. Then the station aborts the retransmission process. That means it stops the retransmission process. Otherwise, the station waits for a backup period, which is generally a function of the number of collisions and restart main algorithm. Suppose the station waits for a backup period, which is generally a function of the number of collisions and restart main algorithm. Then after that, suppose there is a major problem, then again the collision will detect, then restart the main algorithm. So next is another problem is there, near and far terminal problem is there. So here A and B both are sending signals with the same transmission power. As the signal strength decreases proportionally to the square of the distance, B signal down out A signal, and as a result C cannot receive A transmission. So a very common concept is that here A, B, C, 3 terminals are used. B, C as a present as a family, but A makes some distance from the B and C. That means B and C, the C, suppose A transmitting the data to C and B is transmitting the data to C. Due to the near and far problem, A is make a long distance from the C. That's why the signal is interrupted by the intermediate devices. Here is the B, and the signal becomes weaker and weaker. That's why the C terminal is failed to receive the signal from the A terminal. As the distance increases, the number of terminals also unable to connect among themselves. So this is the near and far terminals problem. So in the near and far terminals, you can is that A is a device, B is a device, and C is a device. And among these three devices, B and C are communicating with each other. But in case of the A, it is due to some distance problem from the C, the signal is interference by the intermediate devices. That's why signal becomes weaker and weaker, and the C is not receiving the receiving the your kind not receiving the your ACE signal, and that's the problem of the near and far terminals. Okay, thank you. And next class we are discussing about the next concept of FDMA. Okay, thank you.